It's 104.9. This is Coyote Country. Jason Aldean and Drowns the Whiskey. It's Robert Miguel here with you. 9:05 the time right now. Partly cloudy and 76 degrees. Today cloudy, gradually becoming mostly sunny. Your highs near 88. Then tonight partly cloudy with a low around 71. And this report is brought to you by Texas Home Furnishings, 2300 East Main Street. Call them at 830-278-4573. Now, just did a song about whiskey, but right now it's all about tequila. Yeah. All right, so in the studio we've got special guest Marcos from WB Liquors right here in Uvalde. Go ahead and tell us your location and information, sir.
I'm Marcus here with WB Liquors, 2809 East Main Street, across from Oasis Outback, and the Ford dealership.
And you guys, of course, carry a fine selection of wine and spirits and all that good stuff.
Yeah, I like to joke with everybody that we got the best selection this side of San Antonio. I don't know if it's true yet or not, but I'm pretty confident in that selection.
You guys have great prices as well, too. So thank you for doing this. Of course, in honor of Hispanic Heritage Month, we are doing Tequila Tuesday, just kind of an excuse to have some drinks on the radio. So, Marcos, just in an effort to be cultural about the whole thing, let's talk about tequila, the history, the significance in the Hispanic heritage.
Okay, so tequila is actually, it's a spirit that's only made in Mexico. It's made in the actual Jalisco, the town of Jalisco, Mexico, and the surrounding area, Los Altos, central western Mexican state. And then it actually was started back in the 16th century. Near the location of the city of Tequila, and then it was actually fully established in 1666. It was actually made as a result of the Spanish conquistadors that when they came over, they actually ran out of their own brandy, so then they started actually distilling a product here.
Gotta make our own.
There you go, which now we have tequila as a result of that, so kind of a cool little fun fact.
Thank you, conquistadors. You guys are awesome. Appreciate that. Now, we've got a little tasting panel here. Introduce yourselves. Get on the microphone, guys. Come on.
Hey, Erasmo el Tejano.
That's right, from the 102.3 Tejano.
Mario Rangel.
Mario, all right, our GM. And, of course, come on, get over here. Yvette from the front.
Yvette.
All right, so from our friend office, we're all going to take, of course, I'm Robert, and we're going to partake of some tequila here. So we're going to try these out. Let's go ahead and let's get right into this. We're going to sample a couple of these each. First, before we get into it, I guess, let's talk about how should we taste tequila. What are we looking for? What's the mark of a good tequila?
So with a good tequila, you're going to look for a body of flavor, a body of this little bit of smokiness, a little bit of caramel. There's a lot of different flavors. The selection that we have here, we're going to start basically from its purest form, which is a plata or a silver, which is basically straight to bottle. As soon as they finish distilling it, they throw it straight into the bottle, and it's there. Another fun fact, it's actually the least likely to give you a hangover because it has no added sugar or corn syrup.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So it's one of those. It's typically is the harshest one of the category that we have here, but it's also one that is primarily made for mixing drinks.
Well, it sounds harsh, but it also sounds a little healthier, too.
Yes, exactly. Less hangover and all that fun
and that
stuff.
is just that's a fact of life, I guess.
Yeah.
So okay, cool. So what are we looking for when we try these again?
So I tell people, take a whiff of it. You're going to get kind of that first initial alcohol smell. You take a second whiff of it. You're going to get a little bit maybe of a sweetness, the corn or the agave in there.
Okay.
And then you want to take it away a second time, and then on the third time you should kind of get more of like that salivation in your system. And then when you actually put it into your mouth, let it kind of rest on your tongue instead of just swallowing it immediately, and you'll let it kind of tingle. You'll get the full taste of it by smelling it. It gives your taste buds time to process what it's about to taste, and then you swallow it. When you swallow it, you'll get a warm feeling in your chest, not a burning, just a little warm feeling.
Do it now.
There you go. Do it right now.
All right. So what I did was while you were talking about that, I actually did some sniffing, and the first time I took a sniff, it was kind of a little harsh.
Right.
But after the second and third, it smelled kind of nice actually, and so yeah, let's go ahead and get on this. So describe which one do we have here again? The first one.
Right now we're trying the Agavales Platinum, which is again the purest form. So Agavales is the brand that we carry. We carry their plata or their silver, their reposado, and their añejo. So
okay, very good. And price point on this? Do you have any like a regular
price point of this one ranges about $26 to $28.
Okay, very good. All right, so I'm gonna try this out. Guys, salud. Here we go.
Yay. All right.
Let it swish around your mouth a little bit, and then you kind of swallow it. You get that warming sensation.
That's nice. All right.
That is right.
Yeah. And you said that's one of the harsh ones.
That's the harshest one we're going to try.
Wow.
Here.
Well, then I'm really looking forward to this party. All right. Yeah, I like that a lot, man. I think that, like you said, taking a little whiff really helped, and I think maybe one of the mistakes I've made
Yeah,
is
just
taking a shot. Yeah. All right. So appreciate smell.
Yeah, there's a little bit of science behind it, so that's what I try to tell people is that, I mean, if you actually take time to smell it and kind of process it, it makes it a whole lot better for your system.
All right, we've got another brand here now. Why don't you tell us about your location? Any particular specials you got going on? Meanwhile, we're going to cleanse our palate with these delicious corn chips.
There you go. Yeah. So at the location, we have monthly specials going on. Every single month, there's a different rotation of it. We have anything from whiskey, tequila. We also do weekly tastings. So every weekend, we'll have beer, wine, liquor tasting to kind of give people a different idea of something they might not ordinarily come in looking for or ordinarily buy, but just something to kind of give people a different variety of items to try and sample with us.
Very good. All right. Well, again, we're talking to Marcos here from WB Liquors in Uvalde, across from Oasis Outback, bringing some tequilas in honor of, we're calling it Tequila Tuesday for Hispanic Heritage Month. We just tried one. What is the second one we're about to try, sir?
So the second one is a reposado, which actually, in terms of translation, is rested. So this is actually rested in a barrel from anywhere from 2 months to 1 year. So it has a little bit more flavor to it. And then this, because of yellow coloring, is where it's the corn syrup or the sugar is added. So it has a sweeter taste to it, a little bit more flavor to it. This specific brand, Espolon, actually did a partnership with Deadpool for the Deadpool 2 movie. So
all right.
Kind of a cool little plug in there. But this one will have a little bit more flavor to it, a little bit more sweetness to it. And you'll be able to taste a little bit more of that, actually that caramel that they put in there.
I can definitely smell more sweetness when I'm smelling it. So you guys smelled it up there?
Yeah, it has a little bit of caramel in it.
All right, everybody ready to go for this one? All right. Here we go. Salute.
There you go. So that one, like I said, let it sit on your tongue. You'll taste the sweetness.
Forgot to let it sit.
It kind of coats the tongue a little bit.
Wow, yeah, that was nice. I'm not even a tequila guy, but that was pretty good. You guys digging it so far?
A little bit warmer.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Matt, Raz, real quick, give us your 2 cents right now. What you're feeling so far?
Well, I've actually tried these before, these two.
Of course you have.
Of course you have.
And this one, I actually tried it with him before I even worked here. But this Espolon.
That's how Raz got the gig, Hey, I know the liquor guy, all right? Gonna get a job.
Well, all I can say is I want to try the next one. I'm dying to try this El Jarro because I've been waiting to try that one for a while.
All right, and Mario, how are you feeling on these things so far? Come on, give us your expertise.
Well, I want to thank you guys for having me on the show. It's been a real honor.
He's done. He's down for the count.
This is interesting. I don't really do tequila or any shots at that. So, but this was pretty tasty stuff, and
so far
I think I like the first one. What was this one here? The
Plata.
Plata. Okay. Plata it is.
All right, and you better come out over here and give us your 2 cents so far. Come on now.
Don't trip.
Right, don't fall. Be careful.
Okay, I love tequila.
She knows what's up.
So far, the second one.
There you go.
So far, I'm on the second one too. Now, I like the first one a lot. I was pleasantly surprised, but that second one is nice. All right, we're going to be back with more. It's Tequila Tuesday in honor of Hispanic Heritage Month. This one's called Tequila Makes Her Clothes Fall Off on 104.9 Coyote Country.
She said I'm going out with my girlfriends. Yeah, tequila makes her clothes fall off. All tequila makes her clothes fall off. All tequila makes her clothes fall off.
It's 104.9. This is Coyote Country. Joe Nichols and Tequila makes her clothes fall off. Good morning. I'm Robert Miguel. 9:16 the time right now. Looking at the weather, partly cloudy and 76 degrees. Today, cloudy, then gradually becoming sunny. Your high's near 88. Tonight, partly cloudy. Low's going to be around 71. And that report is brought to you by Los Alamos Restaurant, 1105 West Main Street. Best enchiladas in Uvalde 2016 and 2017. They're open Monday through Saturday, 6 to 3. Now, speaking of food, we're doing Tequila Tuesday in honor of Hispanic Heritage Month. What kind of food or snacks would we pair with tequila? We're talking to Marcos here from WB Liquors here in Uvalde.
So for me, Robert, I like to keep it pretty simple. I brought Julio chips. So
yes.
Usually like chips and salsa, chips and guac is kind of my go-to. Something real kind of light, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
Sit on it, snack on it, sip a little bit of tequila. That's kind of my go-to. Also chicken, anything light. Tequila actually you can pair it just like you can a wine. So light tequila paired with a light wine. Not light wine, I'm sorry. Like a light chicken, seafood. You can actually mix it with pretty much anything. From time to time, I actually even do some tequila marinated chicken fajitas is what I do.
I was going to say, it was going to be my next question. I don't know if you have an answer to that, but I was wondering if there was any kind of recipes you were, aware of that involved tequila.
Yeah, I do a cilantro, lime, onion, and then a shot of tequila in my chicken fajita. So I let them marinate, a little bit of fresh lemon, a little bit of fresh pepper on it, throw them on the grill, give it a nice little tinge, a little kick on the end.
Very nice, man. You know your stuff, man. I'm telling you what. Go see Marcus over at WB Liquors here in Uvalde across from Oasis Outback. We're here doing Tequila Tuesday in honor of Hispanic Heritage Month. We've tried 2 tequilas so far in our tasting here. Now, recap us. What were the last 2 we talked about?
So the first one that we had was the Agaves Platinum. So that's the silver tequila, less of a hangover for people out there trying to figure it out. Espolón, which is a reposado, and the reposado is rested. So that one is aged 2 months to 1 year. Had a little more flavor to it. So those are 2 that we've had so far. And then next we have lined up is an El Charo Añejo, which is the 3rd classification of tequila, which is going to be the lighter one for you guys.
Okay.
And then the 4th one that we have is actually an extra añejo. So it's aged over a year, is what it is for the extra añejo, and then it's actually double aged in a whiskey barrel. So this one is actually Hornitos Black Barrel.
Okay, all right. So let's get into the 3rd one again. What was the title of this 3rd one?
So this is El Charo, which is the brand, and then añejo is the classification of tequila. So this is aged at least 1 year in a barrel.
All right, very good. Let's go and try this out, you guys. We're smelling again.
There you go. Get a scent of it.
Get a little scent here. Absorb. You know what? The more I smell these, the more they smell good. There was a time in my life when just the smell would make me want to just... Okay, here we go. You guys ready?
Cheers.
So, cheers. All right.
Pa abajo, pa el centro y pa dentro.
So a little bit more flavor to that one.
Yeah, that's nice. That is really good. And Raz over there showing off with all that Spanish. So legit, man. Thank you, Raz, over here from the 102.3 at the Hanoi Mas Morning Show. Appreciate you being here. Of course, Mario's here tasting as well. And our front office extraordinaire, Yvette. What's going on, Yvette? How you doing over there?
What's going on?
Oh, that was good. All right, so you got to go ahead and plug the shop again while we cleanse our palate on that one, and then we'll do the 4th one. So let's go ahead and...
All right, so again, 2809 East Main Street in Uvalde, across from Oasis and the Ford dealership. We're out there, selection of craft beer, biggest selection this side of San Antonio. We also have tastings every weekend, so be sure to come by, sample some of the items. Even some of the items that we're actually trying here today, you'll be able to try this weekend. Do our tastings from 2 o'clock to 7 o'clock, so stop on by and come see us.
All right, so WB Liquors here in town, across from Oasis Outback. We're doing Tequila Tuesday in honor of Hispanic Heritage Month. Okay, that one I liked a lot, actually. How are you guys feeling about that 3rd one?
Actually, had like floral hints to it.
There you go. Yeah, with the longer aging, you get more of those flavors that get drawn out by the barrel. You get kind of that oakiness, the French oak barrel. It's a little bit different taste to it. So as you get better, the higher quality, it's like a finer Scotch or whiskey for those whiskey drinkers out there.
Interesting. And Mario, how did you feel about that one?
I don't know, to be honest with you.
It's okay, it's all right.
So, yeah.
Doesn't feel.
I don't know. That one seemed a little stronger to me, just so you know.
Yeah, I did.
I'm glad somebody else said that, because I was like, whoa.
But it was stronger, but I felt like it was more flavorful, and that was kind of cool.
Yeah,
I think Mario's answer is, I don't know art, but I know what I like.
There you go.
And Yvette, how are you feeling about that 3rd one there?
It sneaks up on you.
Sneaks up on you already. All right, so let's go ahead and get into the 4th one real quick, and then we'll take another little musical break.
So 4th one, like I said, is the Hornitos Black Barrel Tequila. So it's a tequila añejo, aged 18 months, and then it's actually double aged in a whiskey barrel. So this one's going to have...
Sauza.
Yeah, Sauza.
Now, this one has a real distinct, powerful smell to me.
Yes, that's the whiskey to it. That's
Wow,
in the
okay.
barrel. So it's a little bit of a different taste and a lot more
sweet,
complex.
sweeter.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, let's bottoms up.
All right.
Cheers.
Cheers.
All right.
Cheers. I love my job.
There you go.
Oh, man. That whiskey,
good,
I can
right?
taste that whiskey, man. That's my thing right there.
Yeah,
so
that's
far,
good, right?
that's the killer for me because I'm a whiskey guy, and that was nice.
Yeah, it was.
All right.
It's got a nice blend of it. You get that smokiness of a whiskey, you get that kind of that char, and then you get the sweetness of the agave.
Oh, man, it's kind of cool tasting these all back to back, And we are cleansing our palate with some Julio's chips as well, too. And that's really good. So I'll tell you what, let's go ahead and get back into some music. We'll talk more about it. Tequila Tuesday in honor of Hispanic Heritage Month. Thank you to WB Liquors here in town for bringing the stuff. It's a good time so far. Straight tequila morning. John Anderson on 104.9 Coyote Country.
Don't ask her on a straight tequila night. She'll start thinking about him, and she's ready to fight. Blames her broken heart on every man inside. On a straight tequila night.
Coyote Coyote Country.
Robert Miguel mornings and the most music all day.
104.9.
It's 104.9 Coyote Country. Robert Miguel here with you, 9:27 the time right now. Weather-wise, mostly cloudy and 76 degrees. Today, you're looking at cloudy, then gradually becoming mostly sunny. Your high's near 88. Tonight, partly cloudy. Low is going to be around 71. And that report is brought to you by Texas Home Furnishings, 2300 East Main Street. Call them at 830-278-4573. I'm still doing my job, so that's good.
There you go.
I had 4 shots of tequila so far, which is, wow, that's a new record for my morning drinking. Not much of a day drinker, I'll be honest. But we got Marcos here from WB Liquors here in Uvalde. Of course, Erasmo from 102.3 at the Hanoi Moss Morning Show. What's up, man?
Hey.
Man, you know your tequila pretty well, man. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
General Manager Mario Rangel over here. And from our front office, Yvette, how you doing, man?
I'm still here.
She's good, all right. So we're doing samples of tequila in honor of Hispanic Heritage Month. We're calling it Tequila Tuesday. We've been talking behind the scenes. We're thinking maybe next week we might do Margarita Monday. So stay tuned for details about that. So Marcos, you got some liquors here. We the last couple, man. I'm telling you what, that fourth one we tried so far, my favorite easily. I think.
Mezcal's Bonito's Black Barrel.
Yeah, I'm really digging that. So the whiskey one, right?
Yeah, the whiskey one. There you
very
go.
very nice. So we are gonna kind of pick our favorites here at the end, but we've got 2 more to go. Let's go ahead and talk about contestant number 5.
All right, Robert. So this one actually steps away a little bit from the tequila. So these are mezcals.
Okay.
So, like I told you a little bit off the air a second ago, all tequilas are technically considered mezcals. The main differentiator is tequila is made with blue agave and mezcal is made with any kind of agave.
Okay.
So that's the biggest differentiator between the two of them. And then, so whenever you have a mezcal, you're going to have a little bit more smokiness, a little bit more earthiness. I always kind of joke with people whenever you go from tequila to mezcal, it's like going from whiskey to scotch. It's going to have a different flavor profile. Technically in the same category, but a little bit different taste on it. So
now I've heard varying opinions as to whether mezcal is better than tequila or tequila better than mezcal. What is the actual answer on that?
So it's honestly it's a preference really.
Okay.
Yeah. So I've sold the most expensive bottle that I sold out of my store was actually a mezcal bottle and not a tequila bottle. I sold a $2,400 bottle of mezcal.
Oh, Nelly!
Yeah, mezcal's good.
That's great. Okay, now Raz is a big fan of the mezcal. Hey, Raz, come over here. Tell me why you're a fan of the mezcal.
Well, I actually finished a bottle of mezcal this last Saturday.
Bragger. So hardcore. That's why. That's his answer. Now, mezcal is also the one you'll find with a worm in it occasionally, right?
Yeah, so it's the actual grub in there. So the idea behind it is kind of that it'll soak up some of the flavor. It has some of that earthiness. It's the protein on it. In some cultures or areas, it's a rite of passage to eat the worm. I've eaten about 6 in my time, so they're delicious, but they are definitely an acquired taste.
I got your record beat.
Yeah, he does.
Some of the mezcals come with a little scorpion inside there,
yes.
too.
And what's the you know the backstory on the scorpion? Anybody know that?
What's that?
Do you know the backstory on the scorpion?
No, but I know the worm that they drop it in there to see if the bottle is ready. If it dies before it hits the bottom, then it's ready. If it doesn't die when it hits the bottom, they actually just throw the whole bottle away and start again.
Oh, wow. What?
So that's
give that bottle to me. I'll take the chance. Interesting stuff. We're learning so much here.
Did they run out of worms, or what's it?
No, you don't run out of worms.
And again, I got to remind you guys, this is all for culture. Hispanic Heritage Month. We're celebrating Tequila Tuesday. All right, so let's get into this next one. Let me smell this. Taking it in.
All right, so we have 2 different mezcals here. So the first mezcal that we're going to try is the Moralos mezcal, and that one is going to be our kind of run-of-the-mill mezcal. Mezcals that we carry in store typically going to be pretty affordable, $26, $35, nothing too crazy.
Now, when you say bottle, tell me the ounceage.
So these are our typical 750 milliliter bottles or 1 liter bottles. Is pretty much what we carry on that.
Now, this one smells real kind of smoky and kind of cool, man.
That's that smokiness to it. So
They
that's
were saying fresh dirt like it smells.
All right, guys. All right, cheers.
Cheers. Salud.
all right. So there's the first one. Mm-hmm. So this one's a lot more flavor than what you got in the tequila.
Oh yeah, that tastes like Mexico.
Yeah, I really taste that one.
Whoa.
There you go.
That finish is odd.
Yeah.
Right?
The way it finishes
the
is
difference.
Yeah. There's a very distinct difference there, man. It's kind of like and now my tongue is like kind of tingling.
Too.
Yeah. It's like Pop Rocks in a bottle.
Yeah, that's it. That's.
Our GM's getting a little drunk over here. No.
Let's remind our listeners these are very small.
Very small. We're doing a tasting.
Samples.
This is a tasting, not a full shot. All right, guys.
We're not
just to be clear. This is a sampling. Yvette, how did you feel about that?
Very nice.
You liked it? I liked it too. It was like a little different.
Interesting taste.
Yeah.
Medicinal.
Right?
It does taste like medicine. It tastes like something my abuelita would give me for a fever. You know what I mean?
Maybe I've been having this all my my life.
It's like, my meal, have some tequila and some menudo. Everything will be better. All right, so, and this the sixth one here, what do we got here?
So the sixth one is actually Casamigos Mezcal.
This one looks fancy.
Yes. So Casamigos was actually, it was recently sold by, so George Clooney and George Gerber were the first ones to distribute Casamigos, and then they just recently sold it. But this is more of an entry level. So this one's going to have a little bit of balance between the tequilas that we tried and the mezcal that you just tried. It's an entry level mezcal, if you will, but it is a higher price point. This one's about $55 to $55.
So celebrity endorsed and owned by what? George Clooney.
George Clooney and George Gerber, yeah.
And okay, I'm smelling it in. I'm taking it in. Mm-hmm. We just cleansed our palate with some delicious Julio's chips. And how do you guys?
I don't smell this one.
It smells clean.
Yeah, it smells real pure. Like it almost smells like those tequilas did earlier.
Yeah, that's what it's this one is kind of an entry level mezcal. It's not the full bodied flavor, but it's a nice balance between the two of them.
So all right, guys, you guys ready for it?
This is you can sip on. Absolutely.
Our last one, number 6. Here we go. 6. Here we go.
There you go. That one, you take a little bit of the earthiness, a little bit of that sweetness to it.
Wow.
A little.
Wow.
There's a little burn after.
You know what? I had very little taste. On the tongue, but then once I finished it, it was very distinct.
Not
it's
really
good,
for
though.
shots. That's more for sipping.
Yes.
Yeah. I could sip on that.
Yeah.
I could definitely sip on that. Well, that's nice.
Great.
All right, guys. Well, I'll tell you what. We're gonna do a song here. We're gonna get back and we're gonna crunch our numbers and see what our favorite is. Okay, is that cool? Again, we got Marcos here from WB Liquors. Tell us about your location and information again.
So again, located 2809 East Main Street, Uvalde, across from Oasis Outback and the Ford dealership.
All right, again, celebrating Hispanic Heritage Month with tequila. I'm dropping stuff. It's official. 6 shots in. It's 104.9 Coyote Country. Yeah, it's 104.9. Yeah, I can talk. I'm good. It's 104.9 Coyote Country, 9:36 the time right now. Taking a quick look at the weather. Mostly cloudy at 76 degrees. Cloudy, then gradually coming sunny today. Your highs near 88, and tonight partly cloudy. Low is going to be around 71. And this report is brought to you by Capital Farm Credit, located at 200 East Oak Street. Call 830-278-7171. I'm telling you, you guys are distracting me.
Sorry, it's be too loud.
No, and I can speak. I'm a professional, ladies and gentlemen. Semi-professional. All right, so we've got Marcos here from WB Liquors here in Uvalde. We're doing Tequila Tuesday in honor of Hispanic Heritage Month. This makes me darn proud to be a Mexican American. I'm telling you what, guys. All right, so we've tried 6 varieties of tequilas and mezcals. So go ahead and give us the rundown again real quick here, Marcos.
So we tried a silver, which is Agavales Plata. I'm sorry, I didn't even drink one.
You didn't drink one!
That's awesome.
Agavales Plata, or the silver, and then we had the Espolón Reposado, and then we had El Charo Añejo, we had Sauza Hornitos Black Barrel, we had Morales Mezcal, and then we had a Casamigos Mezcal.
All right, and they were all amazing, but right now we're going to kind of rate them and just kind of go through our panel here and talk about what our favorite was and for what reason. So let's go ahead and start with Erasmo, who, of the group here, probably is the tequila connoisseur.
Yeah, he's a professional.
Yeah, no, he does this daily, weekly, even on his show live. I'm telling you what. I don't think he'd be nearly as entertaining and as informative if he didn't have that. He's a functional alcoholic, let's be honest here.
So that's what's in that 44-ounce cup.
Erasmo, tell us what you like, man.
All right, well, I'll start with the number 6, Espolón. No, well, I'm saying from my rating.
Okay, all right.
The least favorite is the Espolón. Espolón. Yeah, I've tried it before. It's just a little too harsh for my palate, I think. It is really good with oysters, though, and seafood.
Good to know.
It is. Yeah, I actually pour it on the shell and just eat it like that.
Oh, wow.
And then my 5th would be the Agavales. That's a little too sweet for me.
Okay.
I don't like sweetness in my tequila or.
You see, I didn't get sweet at all from it. I kind of got really just kind of a clean kind of nothing. Yeah.
The agave is the sweetness that you might get in.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, and then the I guess the El Charro. Was looking forward to that one. I wasn't disappointed, but I'm gonna have to go with that as number 4, and then 5 was the Casamigos. Well, backwards. I'm going backwards.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. 6, 5, 4.
Number 3. Okay.
Number 3,
Casamigos.
No, El Charro is number 4. Okay. Casamigos, number 3.
He's not been drinking, ladies and gentlemen.
Casamigos is good for just sipping on. I don't like to take shots of it because then it burns a little too much. And then the Hornitos, I love that one because, like you said, Robert, it's if you're a whiskey drinker, you're gonna like
whiskey guy,
you're gonna like Hornitos or any salsa, really. And of course, number one is the Mezcal Morales.
You like that one, huh?
Yeah.
All right. So there's Raz with his big one with the Morales at number one. And Mario, what you got for us here?
Well, first off, I want to thank Mark for coming out here, and I want to thank WB Liquors and Wine for joining us this
Round of
morning.
applause,
Thank
guys.
you. Yes,
Come on.
sir.
That's right. Very good.
Yes, and I don't do liquor.
You're not a
I
tequila
don't.
guy. You're not a liquor guy at all.
It's hard enough to even pronounce some of these names.
Amen.
I haven't really been keeping track because of all the intake. And folks, just so you know, they're very, very small little tastings here.
You acted like a GM over here.
Yeah. So just so we get that clear.
Right.
And it says, what, 9:40 p.m. on the
9:40,
clock?
that's right. No, PM.
Yeah. Oh.
Hey, man, it's 5 o'clock somewhere.
But I'm going to say my least favorite was this Hornitos. Is that correct?
Okay.
Okay, it was that one, which was, I think, the fourth one we tasted. The other one that I did not really like too much was this one that looks like something that you would find in a witch's kitchen. What is this bottle?
A witchin'.
Yeah.
It really does. It looks like a potion bottle.
A potion bottle, yeah, thank you. So I wasn't too fond of that one. And then I guess El Charro really wasn't too crazy about that one either. But and then it comes back down to this Morales Mezcal. That one was probably came in third for me. And then this one here, this first one we tried, which was, well, how do you say this one? Agavales was in second, and then in third place, this one that I could find myself just sipping on, which was Casamigos Mezcal was pretty good. So
All right.
there's my
Very
2
good.
cents.
Yvette, tell me what you think real quick.
He likes the top shelf.
You don't have to be super long-winded. It's okay. These guys.
No, my favorite Morales Mezcal.
Okay, very good.
Number one.
She knows what she likes,
Yep.
and that's the way of a woman. Okay, what was your least favorite? Just so we get that out of the way.
Least favorite was probably the
chips?
Agavales.
Okay, Now I'm going to say this. As far as the favorites go, the Agavales, that was actually probably my second favorite, only because it seemed really clean. I like the fact that it's kind of unadulterated, and I kind of feel like that might be something good to mix, for margaritas and just kind of a standard thing to sip on too as
If
well.
you don't want a hangover.
Right, yeah. I that's actually a big part of it for me, man. I'm hangover. I don't need that business, man. I am a grown man. But my favorite was, and I'm just going to say my favorite was that Hornitos Black Barrel, man. That was absolutely my favorite. It had the whiskey kind of vibe to it, man. It felt like home, warm, and you're gonna give me some of that right now?
There you go.
All right, so man, again, thank you to Marcos here from WB Liquors here in town. Go see them. He knows his stuff, man. Seriously, does this guy know his stuff?
Yes, he does.
From the moment I walked into your shop, man, I was really impressed by just your overall knowledge and that's really what's important about knowing your product, and it's key. So thank you for what you do here in town. It's an important job. We're glad you do it, all right? And you pretty much made a tequila fan out of me, so this is very cool. Are we going to do our favorites here, guys?
All right.
One last
Mark,
favorite.
you got to do one too, Marcos. Come on now.
I'll throw one in here.
You ain't on the clock.
He chose my favorite.
No, he chose your favorite
Top
too.
shelf.
Casamigos, that's my favorite right here.
Oh, awesome.
All right, guys, so we're going to post some photos of all these online, so check us out at KVOU 104.9 on Coyote Country on the Facebook page. And salud!
Salud!
Viva Mexico! All right, here we go. Take it all in. Very good. Thank you, man. Thanks so much, all right?
Absolutely.
Again, in honor of Hispanic Heritage Month, a little Tequila Tuesday for you. This is 104.9 Coyote Country, Toby Keith, and some drunk Americans. It's Coyote Country.
We ain't east, we ain't west, we ain't left, we ain't right, ain't black, we ain't white, we just came here to drink. We're all mud flaps suburbans, all ball caps and turbans, all prom queens and strippers. We're the whole kitchen sinking in here. We're the same, everyone knows your name. Raise a black glass, we don't care, we don't ask if you're a Democrat or Republican. We're happy to be just all drunk Americans.